One of my favorite scenes in any animated movie is in Spirited Away with the stink spirit, this big, mucky, slimy, disgusting creature that comes into this bathhouse. Smells so bad that it makes your hair stand on end. And he's brought into this great big bath, and they're trying to clean him, but it's just not working. And Chihiro, main character, goes down, sees that the stink spirit has some kind of splinter in its side, just like something sticking out of it, and so she pulls on it, and as she pulls, all of this like garbage and all these broken down bits of, there's like a bicycle even, I remember, just all this rubbish just pulls and pulls and pulls in an increasing quantity, like it's almost like a cone shape. Like it starts off small and gets thicker and thicker and thicker as she pulls. And then eventually after that, once the splinter and that rope of garbage is all pulled out, what's left is this majestic river spirit that spreads great wealth all about for everybody to collect. I think that there are a lot of different interpretations for this scene that people have posted online, and they're all awesome, all legitimate in their own way. The way that I think about it with myself is the process of working through my psyche and working through perturbing or outright harmful thoughts, or even good thoughts. I mean, it's good to analyze why things make you happy. But in any case, no matter what the thought, I always just think of it as like there's this little tiny brain stem, like literally a stem, just like sticking out, that just like I can't quite figure out. You know, I have a bad problem with needing to touch every little imperfection on my face. Similar deal, it's just like I kind of poke at it a little bit, and then I was already kind of doing this. You could see where I was going with that analogy before. You pull on it. You pull. You get just a little bit deeper, and it probably hurts, and you can't tug on it too hard or else like it really, really hurts. You just kind of gently, and as you do that, it gets thicker and thicker and thicker. And it becomes like this web of thoughts. Like this thought leads to this thought, leads to this thought, in all these different directions. It's like a tree diagram. It just keeps going and going and going, and it gets harder and harder, and it keeps putting up a struggle. But like in the movie, it's never so thick or heavy, or in this case, painful, that you don't have the capability to keep pulling at least like a little bit, at least like softly. You can keep pulling at this very, very steady, slow, but all the while just full sensation kind of pace. It all just comes from one little perturbance. Or I've heard a great quote like, the step to genius isn't saying, Eureka! Or something like that. It's saying, that's funny. That's the first step. And I don't know that I have pulled out a single one of these thoughts to the point of their completion, because I feel like I have more and more that I can contemplate about the more that I get deeper down this line, and I don't know that that will ever change. I almost don't want it to. I like breaking down thoughts. I like whipping out my journal and digging deep into like even the most basic assumptions that I have about my life and myself. And I do it incorrectly. I make false assumptions, or I set false premises for thought experiments. Sometimes my answer, like I come up with an answer, I'm just like, that sounds satisfying enough. I'm just going to hold on to that for a really long time. Like I talked about in a video called Stiff Beliefs. And just because I'm satisfied with that answer, it's like, oh, don't go any further. I'm getting better at that, but always further, further, and further. You can keep pulling on that pesky thought rope. And then what do you become at the end of it? Like imagining that it even exists. What is there left once you've emptied all the junk? I mean, beautiful junk. thoughts are beautiful junk. I don't know. I don't know. But I'd like to think it's much like the river spirit that lay beneath the stink spirit. It's full of great wealth and abundance that it is openly willing to share with everybody.